Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Closer, so you can hear me. Um, this is explanation of the most recent message from the 5th of April, my number 1313. That has some significance numerically. I'm not sure. Delve into that. But in the meaning of numbers, you can look up the meaning of number 1313. Maybe it'll correspond. I won't be surprised if it corresponds to the message, but I don't know. This one was delivered or sent by some angelic spirit, heavenly spirit. Uh, the first part can refer to everybody. I think it's more for his servants who've served him so long in this life and throughout time. And the last part is for me and others around the world, uh, like me, similar to me, who are involved in helping spirits go to the light. Okay, do you recall the time when you did seek to find anyone who was humble and meek? So, referencing past lives, or earlier in this particular life of you or whoever else around the world who serves him. Do you recall the time when you did seek to find anyone who was humble and meek? It was very difficult. Walk the land with nary a glance. All whom passed you looked askance. And I've been witness to that this life. So I'm sure many other lives and many others who serve him. Walk the land with nary a glance from those who pass by us. They look the other way. You may have experienced that yourself. Now, speaking of the people that passed by, bought and sold what they were given. None of it was spiritually driven. So the people that looked the other way, didn't listen, they bought and sold what they were given. Speaking of spiritually, meaning of God's word, interpretations of God's word from priests, evangelists, so on and so forth, and false prophets, etc. People that don't believe. So they bought and sold what they were given. In other words, they believed it, they turned around and gave it away, plus they tried to make money, profit off of it. You see that? A lot of evangelists. They talk the talk. They don't really walk the walk. Maybe a little bit, but it's all false. I mean, they sound really nice. And there might be many fans of T.D. Jakes out there. He's written a lot of books and some others that help. They're making money. What are they doing with the profit? Profiting off of that. They live in nice houses and get nice cars. And they dress really nice. Again, Jesus is the measuring stick to compare them to. Do they act like that? Do they live like that? Do they talk like that? It's easy to talk like that. But just look how they live, how they present themselves. Look past the facade, the veneer. They're not like Jesus. They don't look and act and live like Jesus. How can they represent Jesus? They're raising themselves up above him. That's idolatry. That goes against first commandment. Goes on to say, complete, they thought, in all they had, attained in life, good or bad. They feel that they're complete. And that's not just speaking of them, speaking of mankind in general. They're complete. They think themselves complete because of all they have and all they can continue to accumulate in possessions and wealth and status and so forth. They think themselves complete in all they had attained in life, good or bad. But now time has come as time was. So time has come now as it was in the beginning, or just after the beginning. The reason remains for all God does. So time has come now as it was before. The reason remains for all God does. All that God is going on, there's a reason for it. That God does and that darkness does. Now, these people, again speaking of mankind in general, perplexed as to the way of things, choice of man and all it brings. So these people are perplexed. The world is perplexed as to the way is to the why of things. Why is God? I hear this many times. Why is God allowing this to happen? Again, that's how the devil pulls people away. how religion sets God up to fail in people's eyes. That's what the devil does. That he manipulates that people, manipulates that word, and then something happens in the world that not according to the way they paint God to be fully, and they turn against God. So, well, he's not real. You know, he's a loving God. Why would this like this going on in the world today? He's such a loving God. How can he allow all these things to happen? My loved ones were just good people. Why would God allow them to suffer? Again, devil, mankind's own choices, and God's reason. One, it's a harvest time. So don't worry. Again, don't worry. Feel bad for these people that are passing by, passing away from this time. This is one, it's their time. It's everybody's time when they pass. And two, they're being harvested. They're being taken up. They're not going to suffer what's coming ahead. So be happy for them. And pray for those who are still here. But there is a reason for everything that God does. Again, the perplexes the why of things. Choice of man and all it brings. The why of things is the result of the choice of man way, way, way back when throughout time. Mankind, in darkness, sought to usurp what was seen. 'Tis why so many remain roam in between. And that's those in the mist who didn't pass from this world, but they're not able to cross into the light fully. So they and mankind sought to usurp what was seen, what was given. This references back to the Garden of Eden as well. 'Tis why so many roam in between. They're not able to pass across because they cannot let go of this world, something internal or external. And it goes on, time at hand, the time that is now, was all planned. For God foreknew, again, he's prescient, omnipotent. For God foreknew all man would do, for God foreknew what the devil would do. And you ask, well, why did he allow that to be him to be created? The exact reason why, all the reasons why, I don't know. I'm not God. I'm not privy to all the God's reasons. I'm just privy to what he shared with me through me. As you do know from communications and messages, that the devil was created from a corrupted star. God's the creator. Why would he do that? The devil plays. The test tells me that devils had a part to play all along. Maybe he's aware of it. Maybe he wasn't aware. Maybe he's aware of some of it. I don't know. Look at Job. Look at Job. God's talking to the devil. Says, hey, don't tempt this man. Don't tempt him again. Don't do this again. So maybe he has a part to play too. That's all I get from that. Well, not all, but that's a big part that I get from that. So you can't know all the reasons of God. All you can do is ask for discernment, and he may or may not share it with you. I mean, if you're not ready to believe it, if he's not going to really truly believe it, he'll know that. And why would he share the reason for it? Ask yourself that. If you're not understanding something, God knows you can't understand it, won't accept it. So he's not going to bother sharing it with you. So ask him for discernment, ask him to help you to see the truth, to understand and believe. So God foreknew all men would do, hence unto fruition in present position. Because he foreknew all that man would do, hence unto fruition, what's happening now, the end of times, the revelation, hence unto fruition the present position that mankind is in. This speaks to us again. Journey unfolds to rising number, peaceful soliloquy as they slumber. So the journey of mankind unfolds to the rising number, rising, increasing number, and rising is rising up. Speaking, referencing those who are all passing now from the virus. For peaceful soliloquy as they slumber. So it's a peaceful soliloquy. They're all alone when they pass as they slumber. They're asleep. So they're passing peacefully. They're not suffering anymore. It's a peaceful transition. That's the best blessing you can have. Passing in their sleep. That's the best blessing you can have. So again, don't worry about those who are passing from it. Rising forth unto the heavens. That's what they're doing. They're rising forth unto the heavens. And it says, worry not. Worry not. their soul now leavens. What's leaven? What's leavening means? Rising of the dough. That's about the Bible a lot. Talk about leavened, unleavened. The message is spoken about many times. Unleavened is corrupted. Can't rise. Hasn't risen. So that why not their soul now leavens, rises up. So again, do not worry about those who are passing. Their time, as all, comes to an end. Everybody's time comes to an end. Mother, father, sibling, friend. All, of course, replete with grace. So all of them on a course which is replete, full of grace. In due time to take their place amongst the many who dwell within heaven's light, Christ didst win. So in due time, that was they're rising up, they've been processed, cleansed, renewed, re-robed, recloaked. Wait, when we get all of the above, the entire process of getting into the light. In due time, they will take their place amongst the many who dwell within there already in heaven's light, which Christ did to win for us. Father claims all that's his. We all are his. Many ask why. For time it is. And again, why is this happening? For time it is. It's time for this. God's plan from the very beginning. Harvest began appointed time when it was supposed to begin. All laid out in rhythm rhyme, which is the language of heaven. It comes through me, it comes through many others. We share it with you. So it's all been laid out in the rhythm rhyme. We talked about for years and years. Many more are yet to pass. We know. As lost souls do amass. Amassing 3 different places around here for me to pass. That's just for me. And there's tens of thousands of others involved in this process. Each 'tis welcome to bridal feast. As Christ say, all are welcome to bridal feast. Who refused to come in? Those who corrupted, those who are caught up in this world, they wouldn't take the time. They're too busy. So Christ sent out his servants, go gather anybody off the street, for all are welcome. What did he say later? Those who are first will be last, those who are last will be first. All these are out there with the rich and powerful and the possessions and so on and so forth. I think they're all that religiously, politically, financially. They're just full of self. They're going to be last. They're going to be the last ones in, the last ones here. Many more yet to pass as lost souls do amass. Each 'tis welcome to bridal feast, those who are greatest and those who are least. So even those who are greatest, they're still welcome. They're not going to be first. Humility and meekness. Beyond the scope of recognition, await the armies of precognition. So beyond the scope of mankind's sight, await the armies of precognition, which from God, that pre-knew all that was going to happen. Legions of angels and heavenly spirits. Now the speaker references himself or herself. I was sent to lead the way up until the final day. So the speaker, I don't know if it's Michael, another archangel, another angel, was sent to lead the way for us, serve him, that so remain up until the final day. Aristotle spoke a thing so true, make amends for all you do. So I haven't researched that, the sayings of Aristotle, but when they've referenced him before, they've referenced other, I think they've referenced Socrates during the list, Caravaggio, painter, and some others, Walt Whitman. So you'd have to research that. I haven't done that yet for his sayings. He spoke a thing so true, make amends for all you do. This is contrition, acts of contrition, through acts of grace from within, from your heart. So it's saying, spoke a thing so true, make amends for all you do. You make amends, acts of contrition, through acts of grace from within yourself, from your heart. Not planned, not thought, pre-thought, or premeditated. Spontaneous acts of random acts of kindness. From your heart, mean them. From within thy heart of hearts, the long has been. He's speaking to me, speaking to everybody. So you want to do these acts of grace from within thy heart of hearts, your sacred heart. For long has been walled and full of pain and anger. The same as our hearts, full of pain and anger. All that's happened to us, we wall it inside, we hold it inside, which is not good. Any expert will tell you that. And Tim is as guilty as anybody. So, and ask for help to get rid of that stuff because it blocks that flow of light through us. You think that we've been walled off, it's coming through you. They can't get out to share with others because you're walled off. It goes on to say, forget not a total stranger. Samaritan lies within thee all. Will you answer when we call? Story of the Good Samaritan, total stranger, helped the person in that story Jesus told who was injured. It says, forget not a total stranger. He's random acts of kindness. Samaritan lies within all of us. That goodness lies within all of us. But ask, will you answer when we call? Will you be focused on yourself and things in this world? Time of ascension comes to those who truly seek heavenly repose. If you truly seek in God, believe, repent, forgive, let go, want help with that. If you truly seek that, your time of ascension comes to you. Not be left behind. To the victor goes the spoils, so long been taught. I once heard that one. Within unseen serpentine coils, you've all then been caught. All those who've been taught so long, to the victor goes the spoils. That's the mentality. That's the viewpoint. Hey, I'm the winner. I get all the glory. I get all the richness, all that. So I've been taught that for so long. But within, this, when we do that, it was doing that over time, within unseen serpentine coils. We know who that is, referencing darkness. Within unseen serpentine, so long been taught, within unseen serpentine coils, you've all then been caught. When you do that, you're caught up in darkness's trap. What you possess, you shall lose. All you've chased, a clever ruse. Clever ruse in darkness. Everybody's chasing it. Well, not everybody, but the majority of mankind chases it. And those who aren't, they get themselves chasing something. Like those who go into politics. Who may go into politics they want to help mankind and fellow citizens, but they get corrupted. That's the clever ruse. Those who want to get in their business to help others get caught up in the power and authority, the money, the wealth, clever ruse. What you possess, you shall lose. All you've chased after, clever ruse. Don't despair of those left behind. In their time, no longer blind. Don't despair of them. In their time, they'll no longer be blind. To their judgment they shall rise. Pray they see truth in their eyes. That, again, those remain what you should be praying for. But in their time, they'll no longer be blind. They'll see the truth. They won't be happy about it. Or they will be happy for it. So pray. I mean, in their judgment they will rise. To their judgment they will rise. These are the ones going to be judged. Pray they see the truth in their eyes, not still be blinded. Punishment, a thing he, God, wishes not to give. No loving father or parent wants to give punishment. Punishment, a thing he wishes not to give. Better to see whilst ye live. What's better to see now, not at the end or after. Hence those roaming in the mist. But again, those have been shut off. So those who passed in the last so many years are not stuck in the mist. They have to make a choice right away. Either they can make rise to the light, or they go to the judgment line. All those gathering souls roaming in the mist, those have been there. Passing comes to those at gates, all upon the preordained dates. So this is one of those gates being those like me and those others around the world. So the passing, the sending of these souls to the gathering. The three places around here at the dam, over here next to me by this mountain, and in the mountain, to those who serve darkness in some way, shape, or form, who wish to go to the light now. They've been not allowed to come out of the mountain. The reason why, I'm not sure. It's something to do with maybe endangering or contaminating contaminating those who are not like them. That's one reason I can, I can think of. I'm sure there's other reasons, but I haven't been able. I don't have the authority, the power to bring them out of the mountain. So I'm going to guess that those gathering around the mountain are going to pass first, which will get, and they're guarded by two huge Native American Indian angels. That was a sacred mountain. So I'm going to assume that they're going to pass them first before the other ones can come out of the mountain or pass them from the mountain. I'm not sure. We'll find out when it happens. There was a so passing comes to those at gates that are gathering around the world, all upon the preordained dates, which are soon, which it references later here. Each place to pass from, as you're gathering from, each place arranged long ago, before time came for thee to know, before time came for us to know. The place of gathering around the world was arranged. If you think of messages a while ago, a number of times, a number of years back, that those things go bad, just like they with Lot, Son of Lord. They were told to go to the mountain, go to the mountains, to a specific mountain. So were we. Again, Lot bartered his way out of that, went someplace else, but we're told to go to the mountains. That's what these messages said. When times get go bad, go to the mountains. That's what the spirits are, gathering at the mountain, in the mountain, over Boulder Dam, which is by the mountains. So, that's because, like, Mount Zion and other holy mountains, not sure, but go to the mountains. So, they're being gathered at the mountains. So each place arranged long ago before time came for us to know. Now, speaking of me, specifically, scribe as others, soon to receive. In thy mind you will perceive. Through discernment you didst ask. With each group we did task. So others, scribe as others like me, passed in the light, will soon receive in our minds, we will perceive that which we receive. And through discernment, understanding, we did ask. With each group we did task. Each group that we were given to help pass the light. So we received the date and time and so forth. Others gather for future passing. Even now they begin amassing. So after we send these, at these three locations, for me specifically, others are already gathering at other locations for me to help later on. 3 are ready. Await the word. Within thy mind it shall be heard. So 3 gatherings, which I just mentioned, are ready. They await the word of God. And I await the word. Within my mind it shall be heard. It could be middle of the night. It could be middle of the day, whenever. Go now. I've got to go. So within thy mind it shall be heard. To go where I will be sent, post the end of present Lent. Easter Passover to shall flow, then receive where to go. So here in my mind, where I will be sent, which place to go, which one will be first, post or after the end of present Lent, which ends Saturday sunset, Easter Sunday this weekend. Easter, which is in middle Passover, second year in a row. Last year is when Revelation started. Easter was in Passover. Post the end of present Lent, Easter, Passover, two shall flow, shall pass by. Then I will receive where to go, which one to go first. Each in turn, as we shall tell, wait the tolling of the bell, or alternate line, spirit to flow from living well. Me and those who truly serve Christ, serve God, are living well. He wants us all to be living well. That's the parable, the story told about the woman. Came to the well. He came to the well to drink of water. I will make you a living well, living water. That's what he wants us all to be. So each in turn, as we shall tell me, wait the tolling of the bell, but when the Spirit to flow from living well, the Holy Spirit will flow through me. Let me know. Those to aid do not prepare, even though appear to stare, with clouded eyes and closed hearts. Fear not, they'll soon play their parts. So there's going to be others that go that aid me. Might be spiritual or physical people. I'm assuming physical. That could be both. Those to aid, they do not prepare, even though they appear to stare, even though they appear not to understand or get it. With clouded eyes and closed hearts, fear not, they'll soon play their parts. Those closed minds and hearts will be opened up. They can be spoken to through me. It can be loved ones speaking to them, Holy Spirit, I don't know, but those will be called, come with me, and answer the call. It's their choice. And I was assured that they will answer, but again, free will, I have no choice, no control over that, nor does God. Free will is your gift, God's gift to us to make that choice, answer the call or not. But it says, with clouded eyes and closed hearts they have, but fear not, they'll soon play their parts, each to answer when you call. Or to reassure me that they will answer. Heard within their inner wall. We shall awaken what does reside inside them. So they're going to take care of that. So it's in their hands. Father heard each time they cried. So they cried out, like most people do. And deep down inside, that pure child has been walled off. It cries in our sleep, cries in our beds at night, cries deep down inside. We hide it inside. Don't hide, keep crying. Don't keep tears inside, ever. Peace to come to them at last. Future has come, past is past. So peace to come to them at last. Those will aid me, and those will go up and passing the light. The future has come. What's predicted has come. Past is past. Past is over. So leave it behind. Love to all from heaven above, to fill their souls with purest love. Awesome. Awesome. So that's the meaning of that. And I attach at the end of this message, in written form, another Ralph Walter Crawford, who joined with me, and hopefully is joined those gathering at the mountain. He hopped into the car. We were riding in the night, and spoke with us, visited with us weekly. So hopefully he's joining them. This was wonderful. Again, I mean, you believe this stuff or not, believe me, believe who I am or what I am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It matters to him. It matters to you. You take what you get from it and believe. As you read all these messages, as you read the Bible, as you listen to the stuff, ask the Lord beforehand, rebuke and banish, Psalm 91, ask the Lord for discernment, to open up your heart to receive His word. And then you will believe what you're supposed to believe, either immediately or soon, sometime after. But sooner than later, because we're at the beginning of the end of time. So, peace of Christ, stay safe with all that's going on, social distancing, wear the masks, pray for those who aren't listening what they're being told to do. Peace of Christ, God bless.